Here's the problem with almost every local business website. Someone lands on it, they're interested, and then they hit a contact form. They have to type in their name, their email, their phone number, and a message, and then wait a day for someone to call them back. Most people just end up leaving. Now watch what happens when the same visitor can click a button and instantly talk to your site out loud, ask their question, and book a call before they even leave the page. That's the Voice AI widget in GoHighLevel, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to set it up so it turns visitors into booked calls instead of letting them slip away. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and on this channel, we keep GoHighLevel simple and actually useful. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to get a voice widget on your site that doesn't just talk, it actually books for you. So let's go ahead and get into it. First, let me explain why this converts so much better than a form, because once you get this, the setup makes a lot more sense. A form asks the visitor to do work. They have to think, type, and then wait. And every one of those steps loses people. A voice widget flips it around. The visitor just clicks and talks, like calling a friend, and the AI does the work of answering and booking. There's no typing, no waiting, and no leaving the page. You're meeting people in the exact moment that they're interested, which is the moment most websites waste. That's the whole game here, catching that interest before it actually cools off. So let's go ahead and build it. If you don't already have a GoHighLevel account, you can actually get an extended 30-day free trial by using our link down in the description below. Once you click that link, you'll go ahead and click start an extended free trial. You'll enter in your company name, full name, email address, and phone number, and then go to step 2. In step 2, you do have to put a credit card in, but just set a reminder before the 30 days because you won't be charged until then if you're still deciding. One really quick thing I want to note is if you don't see the voice or conversation AI, you might just have to go into the settings and then labs and make sure it's turned on. So what you want to do first before we even get into the voice AI agent is we're going to go and create a knowledge base. So you'll just go ahead and create knowledge base. You'll enter in the name of whatever it is. For example, I created this med spa one. The first step is you want to add their website in here. Okay, so you'll just go ahead and enter in their exact URL, and then you'll go ahead and let it scrape all of the data and go ahead and get trained by it. So as you can see, we've got the website link here to the med spa, and you can see it's trained. So it's already scraped all the data and then already trained. So next is the frequently asked questions. So add as many of these as you possibly can, especially if you want it to answer in a very specific way. Even if the hours you want said in a very specific way, you want to make sure you're adding it as a frequently asked question. That way, the AI knows exactly how to respond. You can also add tables if there's pricing sheets, whatever it may be. You can add rich text and you can add files. Again, the more information you give it, the more it's going to sound like a human. The less information, the more AI it's going to sound because it doesn't have anything to go off of. You want to add as much information as you possibly can. Now that we've got the knowledge base in there, we'll go ahead and create an agent. Maybe we want to say Ashley, because that's my name, Med Spa. Just so we are clear, the business name, we're just going to type in Med Spa. You can customize the language right here. You can choose the voice. So I highly recommend coming in here, clicking around and seeing what voice actually sounds good to you. Maybe you'll like Isla, maybe like Jessica. So it really depends on what you are looking for. But here you can see English, American, female. Then you can select the voice model. So this will depend on the pricing. So there's auto, but you can turn it on to V3, turbo, okay, whatever it may be, you can go ahead and decide. Then is the time zone. So you want to make sure the correct time zone is in the LLM model. Again, pricing will depend on what you would like. Then the agent's initial message. So this is how they're going to answer every single voice call, okay? Hi, you've reached Med Spa. This is Ashley. How can I help you? There's also some advanced settings, okay, like maximum call time, idle time and reminder frequency, end call after silence. So if someone isn't talking for 15 seconds, automatically end the call, agent behavior, and all of these advanced settings, right? You're going to want to test it out yourself and figure out what's working, what doesn't. Was the response time too fast? Was it too slow? Was the interruption sensitivity too high or too low? You know, whatever it may be, you're going to go ahead and trial and error, try it out, see what works, change, and then go from there. Okay, next we're going to go into agent goals. So we're going to switch into advanced mode so you can create specific actions. As you can see, we created the knowledge base first, so we didn't have to go out of here and create a new one. We've got the med spa in here, okay? Then here are prompts. You are a dedicated support specialist at med spa, okay? So you're going to want to customize all of this. You can go ahead and customize it in in whatever way that you would like. And then things like how you want to end the call, write general rules. So avoid asking for further query details. Don't repeat the same sentence verbatim. Stick to provided information only give information with the knowledge base, right? So you can specify anything and everything. Then here, what we want to do is, so this is the agent's actions for the call. Now we want to book appointments. So we're going to go ahead and select appointment booking. You're going to want to select your calendar that you have. If you need to create a new one, it's really easy to create it in the calendar section over here. Now booking behavior, here you can add more details. So email address, phone number, full name, address, notes. So probably the name and email address for sure. Scheduling window 3 days ahead of time. Buffer between slots is 3 hours. Okay. Maybe you don't care about having a big buffer and you can do that. Then the appointment management, allow the agent to cancel or reschedule existing bookings. So auto confirm appointments and then reschedule appointment. Okay. Maybe you don't want them to cancel, then that's totally fine. There's some other settings down here, like trigger a workflow when the call is completed, maybe an auto email or whatever it may be. Receive email notifications post-call completion to all admins or specific users. Then you can go ahead and add phone numbers right here. You can enable an AI agent as a backup to the phone number/number pool. You can also set working hours for the agent, but honestly, it's probably best to have it all of the time. That's kind of the point, so no calls get missed. You can do a web call or a phone call, and then you can go ahead and test it out right here, and then we'll go ahead and save. So now that we've got it set up, we'll go to sites and we'll go to chat widget. You can add new, voice AI, and then you can choose to be sticky so it stays fixed at the bottom, or an embedded line right this. So this is what it would look like as sticky. Then you can add the appearance. So if you want to change the color with your branding, enable a custom greeting. Okay. There's other customizations, even like where you want the position to be. If you want the AI avatar to look different, you can do that. Okay. You can choose where it goes. And then the chat window, title and intro, talk to us, book a call, ask any questions. You can customize that completely. Okay. Then there's messaging, just selecting the language. Then you'll want to go ahead and select the voice AI agent. So Ashley MedSpa. All you have to do is go ahead and save it and embed it into your website. If you don't use GoHighLevel, you can go ahead and get the code and just embed it into your site. If you do have GoHighLevel, it's a lot easier to just add it really quickly. And like I said, once it's live, test it like a real visitor before you send anyone to it. Click the button, talk to it, and walk it all the way through to booking an actual appointment. Make sure the time actually lands on the calendar because that's the whole point. While you test this, you might notice a couple of normal things. There's an automatic recording notice, and that's for transparency, and also built-in reCAPTCHA protection so bots can't spam the widget and run up your usage. Both are good to leave on. Real quick on cost, because I always want you to know the number going into it. So the website voice widget is billed by the minute, roughly 6 cents to a minute for the voice engine, plus a small charge for the language model behind it. So figure somewhere around 13 to 16 cents a minute in real time. And know that this website widget is not included in the $97 AI employee bundle, which only covers inbound phone calls. So budget for the per minute cost and keep an eye on your usage at first so you can kind of learn and see what that looks like. For most businesses, the cost of a few minutes of a conversation is nothing compared to just one booked call that turns into an actual customer. Now, in terms of GoHighLevel pricing, I did want to touch on that really quickly. So after your extended 30-day free trial by using our link, they've got the starter, unlimited, and the pro. The starter is $97 per month. You get unlimited contacts, users, all core features, but you only get 3 sub accounts. Then they've got the unlimited plan, which is $297 a month. Everything in the starter plan, but you get unlimited sub accounts and basic API access. Lastly is the agency pro, and that's $497 per month. You get everything in the unlimited, but you get automated sub account creation, SaaS mode, and advanced API access. Okay. So it really depends on where you're at in business, and you can always start with the starter and then go ahead and grow from there. Let's put it all together. You turned on the voice AI chat widget. You built the agent with a clear personality, trained it on the business, and connected it to the calendars with booking call as its main job. You created the widget, picked a voice, and styled it to match your site. Then all you have to do is embed it right where people are ready to act on your website, not just floating in the corner. And you tested it all the way through a real booking. That's a website that turns curious visitors into booked calls around the clock. Again, if you want to build this yourself, our exclusive link is down in the description below. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our link, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. Really helps us to continue to create free content just like like this. If this video helped, don't forget to like and subscribe for more GoHighLevel walkthroughs that keep it simple and straightforward. That wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.